Hi there, and welcome to She Spice. Katt Williams has, as of late, turned into the focal point of titles, having uncovered some disrupting charges about the business's secret bits of insight. It's generally recognized that a select group of people use critical impact in the business, including notable figures, for example, Oprah Diddy. Steve Harvey and Tyler Perry aside, the most recent reports show that there is an anticipated expansion to the rundown. In all honesty, Dwayne Johnson, otherwise called the Stone, purportedly has been embroiled in different odious exercises close by these industry power players, and he is primarily engaged with controlling Kevin Hart. The cooperative connection between Johnson and Hart stands apart as one of the most rewarding in Hollywood over the course of the past 10 years, regardless of the apparently unpredictable matching of the grappler-turned-entertainer and the jokester. Their imaginative organization has acquired far and wide approval. Beginning with focal knowledge, crowds immediately embraced the one-of-a-kind physicist cry between these two entertainers, bringing about a line of fruitful joint efforts and a steady result of engaging substance. It's okay, Maggie. It's okay, loosen up. This is an extremely normal response in remedial medicine. Their cooperative achievement stretched out to the renewal of the Jumanji film establishment, where Johnson and Hart were close by, and Karen Gillan and Jack Dark featured in 2 movies. The 2 motion pictures were generally welcomed and showed solid execution in the cinematic world. The dynamic between Johnson and Hart has collected such boundless allure that it rises above their on-screen coordinated efforts. This is apparent in meta-settings like Hart's appearance in Quick and Irate Hobbs and Shaw as an air marshal who questioned Johnson's Luke Hobbs. Dwayne "the Stone" Johnson, as of late, took to his Instagram to share an endearing reaction to a gathering video highlighting Kevin Hart's lively dishes aimed at the previous grappler. The aggregation incorporates different clasps of Hart great-naturedly ribbing Johnson, whether on the arrangement of Jumanji or in a farce of one of the Stone's own Instagram recordings. Johnson posted the video with a subtitle that mirrors the camaraderie between them, depicting their relationship as 2 fellows who try sincerely and love giving to each other. They could have a blackout, yet that ain't got anything to do with my motivation. I'm going to be straightforward, I ain't feeling too great. This post has ignited hypotheses among web clients, recommending an expected baffling association between Stone and Kevin, conceivably contributing to Kevin's ongoing disposition. As of late, Kevin Hart facilitated a get-together that caused a commotion of hypotheses against him. The party was named the Messy Cash Party, which resounded with incongruity and foreboding. It was a display of overabundance and fellowship. We're here. Filthy cash collection discharge party, last train to Paris. It's insane. I chose to switch scenes. It got excessively rushed down there. I'm up here in the hot tub. The occasion rose above simple superstar assembly. It offered a closer review of the exercises unfolding inside. In these selective social events, the bonds fashioned during these snapshots of Rye were complicated, weaved with strings of shared benefit and implicit arrangements. In this domain, Hart and Diddy weren't companions. They remained as partners in a scene where distinction and power held equivalent influence, and this was enough for the Nens to bring up issues about his activities. One person who arose to examine the undertaking was DJ Scholastics. His editorial gave an unfiltered and open viewpoint on the party. His responses, mixing humor with skepticism, stripped away the layers of the VIP facade, uncovering the strange embodiment of such get-togethers. Scholastics cleverly featured the characteristics in extravagance, utilizing his words to distinctively portray a world distant from the customary. From a scholastic perspective, the party arises as both a festival and an exhibition, displaying the exceptional elements at play among well-known people like Hart and Diddy. His sharp perceptions give an unfiltered look into the perplexing universe of big-name collaborations, where each activity and word adds to a bigger, painstakingly organized presentation. Going past superficial perception, Scholastics dives into the further subjects of force impact and the frequently hidden, fixed real factors of superstar life. His editorial goes about as a channel between the general population and the slippery domain of Hollywood's world-class viewers, giving them a unique point of view on the elements unfolding in these restrictive social events. The party, as caught in the recording, unfolds as a hurricane of communication set against a backdrop of lavishness and excess. Scholastic's responses highlight the performative idea of these trades, proposing that quite a bit of what unfolds in such settings is a fastidiously created show planned to project pictures of success, brotherhood, and lighthearted living. Besides, Scholastics regularly features the glaring difference between the conventional individual's reality and the strange air pocket of VIP culture. His analysis serves to engage and prompt viewers to scrutinize the validity of the VIP way of life and the qualities it champions in analyzing the party. Scholastics likewise investigates the role of social media in molding the public view of famous people. He examines how occasions like these are decisively utilized to create content for social stages, further blurring the lines between the real world and cautiously organized personas. This part of his examination reveals insight into contemporary VIP dependency via online entertainment to keep up with its importance and impact. Scholastic responses to explicit minutes in the party film uncover a lot about the real essence of connections and orders inside the big name. Circle, genuine fast. Before we get questions, yells out to my fab, gracious fab came to the party. And goodness, his investigation likewise stretches out to the more extensive ramifications of such occasions. Scholastics examines how gatherings like these act as systems administration potential open doors where arrangements are made, coalitions are shaped, and vocations can be fundamentally influenced. He highlights the significance of being seen and connected with the ideal individuals in an industry where pictures and associations mean the world. What's more, Scholastic's discourse frequently incorporates an evaluation of the lavishness and overabundance that portray such gatherings. He brings up the incongruity of superstars supporting different causes while enjoying ways of life that are apparently contradictory. I share those values. This part of his examination invites viewers to consider the intricacies and inconsistencies inborn in superstar activism and generosity. Besides scholastic responses to the party, give a brief look into the mental effect of popularity. He examines how consistent investigation and strain to keep a specific picture can influence VIP's conduct and, furthermore, decisions. This point of view offers a more compassionate comprehension of the difficulties looked at by those living in the public eye. Yo, this resembles this, like one of them who likes children. Yo, come into this, come into the treats truck, come into the sweets truck. It's simply a white van that is WR, which is a splash-painted heart, and Diddy's public personas were on full display at the Stone Country early lunch. Their discourses, overflowing with certainty and appeal, were a testament to their impact and status, yet underneath the facade of progress, their proud and intricacy to their relationship. These public appearances were cautiously organized exhibitions every second, determined to improve their image and public discernment in these settings. Hart and Diddy were more than companions. They were colleagues, each having their impact in the fabulous creation of superstar culture. Their partnership was a dance of common advantage worked out on the public stage so that all might see past the Stone Country early lunch. Hart and Diddy's public appearances together frequently illustrated the two industry titans as a lovely, unified whole, whether going to grant shows for noble causes or being easygoing. At get-togethers, their communications appeared to repeat a more profound security produced in the flames of shared encounters in the unforgiving universe of Broadway. Their giggling and easy talk before cameras was meaningful of a fellowship that rose above simple, expert civility anyway. The idea of VIP kinships, particularly those as open as Hart's and Diddy's, may be in many cases a mind-boggling embroidery, woven with strings of shared interests, common advantages, and on occasion, essential collateral diversion where public discernment can represent the moment of truth vocations the kinships showed. At the center of attention are in some cases vital moves in the chess round of popularity. Their joint appearances at occasions were tied in with praising their triumphs as well as about communicating something specific of fortitude and strength in an industry where reports and embarrassments can rapidly wind up wild. Introducing a unified front can be an amazing asset. Hart and Diddy, both savvy finance managers, grasped the worth of their public image and the effect of their affiliation. More family, more opportunity, more proprietorship, and more wins, sir. Has any other individual gotten anything more? I neglected out goddamn right. I got one. I let you know this explicitly guessed and comprehended by their fans, which was especially clear in their virtual entertainment communications posts, highlighting the two stars would frequently circulate around the web attracting consideration not simply to their own security yet additionally to their continuous tasks and adventures. His posts were a mix of individual tales and expert advancements, obscuring the lines among fellowship and promotion. Besides, their public appearances frequently filled in as a stage for them to address or unobtrusively divert from contentions encompassing them. With each joke, snicker, or shared look, they figured out how to direct the story. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.